Hello, you're watching Henry's Edits, and today I'm going to prove to you that you can go to Leeds from Manchester on your bike. Before taking to the road, check your packing. The key is to pack light, and before you pack your personal items, make sure you have a puncture repair kit and of course waterproof clothing. Today though, the weather is looking good. Okay, one thing I should probably mention is I'm not cycling the whole way to Leeds. I'm going to use the train. The idea is, when I get to the other side, I won't have to wait for public transport, and for my whole time in Leeds, I can explore the city more freely. Some cycleways in Manchester have been created in a slightly slapdash fashion, like this one on Liverpool Street. Also, where there are cycleways in the suburbs of Manchester, there doesn't seem to be a main city centre cycleway just yet. However, the council has expressed it is very keen to improve cycling infrastructure in the city. Okay, I'm here at Manchester Victoria. The cycle was really easy and got here in very good time. The only problem is my train is ever so slightly delayed. There was very heavy rain last night, so flooding is apparently affecting the rail route. But hey, the train was only £3, so I can't really complain. I'm just gonna sit back, read a book, relax, and then just meander my way to Leeds. Getting my bike onto the train was very easy. Using the correct door of the train, you go in and find the spot to place your bike. In this case, 4 spaces were available. However, this does vary from train to train. This one, for example, on a modernised Northern Rail train, has much more usable space for multiple bikes. You may be thinking, why aren't you taking the faster TransPennine Express service to Leeds? Well, there are 3 reasons. Firstly, TransPennine Express requests that you book your bike in advance to take on board their services. This does mean that there is a possibility that you won't be allowed to book on, which leads to number 2, being this service to Leeds is almost constantly crowded, meaning it's unlikely a bike will be allowed on. Finally, cost. If you're not in a rush, this northern service to Leeds is very cheap. My ticket was only £3. Arriving in Leeds, I exited through the South Station entrance to roads with no clear cycleways. However, down by the bus station I took to an excellent new city centre cycleway, which took me quickly out of the city centre to North Leeds. It's also worth pointing out that cycling to my destination is saving me money in terms of not having to get a tram or a bus, not to mention the freedom of going in whichever route I fancy taking. So I made it, I'm here, I'm in Leeds, and I can confirm that cycling from a suburb into the city of Manchester, getting it on a train and getting it to Leeds and cycling to a suburb of Leeds isn't hard at all. It's actually surprisingly easy. I'm definitely going to do it again. Leeds' cycle infrastructure has definitely upped its game recently as well. It's really been very easy getting here. Yes, the trains were late, and yes, there were bits that can be improved, but all these things can always be improved. The good thing is though, is you can cycle quite easily from Manchester to Leeds.